Welcome back. So Pat Riley addressed the media earlier in the month and doubled down on his comments, telling Jimmy to keep his mouth shut last season when Jimmy Butler made comments that the Heat would have won over Boston if he were healthy. Pat Riley said, "I will always say that to players if I was coaching, keep your mouth shut and I'll see you next training camp and you get back on the court." Good luck to him, and I hope deep down in his heart somewhere he wishes us well too. So Mase, how do you feel about the verbiage, keep your mouth shut? Because a lot of people had problems with it. Do you think that language should be a problem? Do you not find it a problem? Why do you think people would be so upset about that?
I think the people that could be mad with it, they could be mad with it for several reasons. Not that I agree with it, but because I kind of get what he's saying. But the people that are mad with it, they want their liberty to say whatever they feel. They want their freedom of speech, which they should have that right anytime they're speaking to express that. Sometime in a corporate setting, you don't get to say whatever comes to your mind. But on to Pat Riley's defense, he's basically saying keep it about the basketball. Sometimes you can make comments just like I did in the last take. I said something and Cam jumped in and said, well, what do you mean by this? And it takes the whole focus off of what it should have been on, which was about the game and man scoring the points. But now we're talking about, well, what did I mean about this young lady? The same thing could be done in this case. When you tell somebody shut their mouth, you're trying to alleviate and take out the fact that whatever you're about to say is going to spin this into a different conversation. And next year, instead of us getting better as a team, it's going to look like we already have dissension. We already have problems, which can affect, Summer camp or whatever else is going on. And as a well known Hall of Fame GM as well as Hall of Fame coach, he just understands the trajectory of those statements and he's trying to avoid it.
It's crazy how, like, a nigga say Ant-Man is doing good and then they be like, yo, but I ain't over that shit that Shorty did or whatever. That nigga say Cam distracted us from the whole last segment, by focusing on something that had nothing to do with anything, by asking something that wasn't a topic. The niggas, I made it not a topic as well. That is the wildest shit ever. That I made it about switching up the topic was. Like Cam did last topic. He said, made the whole topic about something, but his statement is, I'm not over what he did to the bitch. That's what he said in a nice way. He said it in a nice way so it sounds proper and polite and make me seem like I'm wilding. But it's okay. I just want to get a translation for the ghetto. Since we out here ghetto checking the last couple days, let me because he wants to be ghetto sometime he done. So I had to make that translation for the ghetto. But as far as Pat Riley, look, this is what I think Jimmy Butler heard. I think he heard boy at the end of that. Keep your mouth shut, boy. How you feel about that? Murder if a nigga throw boy at the end of it.
That's exactly what he heard. Yeah. That's what made him go
That's
off.
What I'm telling you. Like niggas say, I think he heard boy.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut, boy. Like it's a whole nother thing when you add boy.
Keep your mouth shut in Florida.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He might have heard boy at the end of keep your mouth shut. I think that to answer the question, though, seriously, is that it has to become a balance with older coaches and new generation players. What you could do with a player, 20, 30 years ago, or talk to them 10, 20, 30 years ago, you can't talk to them the way you talked to them that long ago for a couple of reasons. First of all, they mad sensitive. It's mad healing going on. It's mad being whatever stats trying to make me do.
Healing is a great thing, guys. I'm all for it.
It's all type of healing going on.
What do you mean by healing?
She's wax out. That's what she says.
Becoming a better person from within.
Voicing your grievances.
Yeah, just like talking to somebody about things
Talking
that bother you. Yes.
Yo, listen, it's some shit. I meant to send it to you too. It's some shit It's hilarious on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. It shit is hilarious. It is niggas calling they homeboys at nighttime talking about niggas like, yo, what's up, nigga? What's good? He said, nah, I just called to tell you good night, sleep tight. Niggas is like, what? Yo, that shit. He said, yo, my man, get off my line with the dumb shit. Yo, that shit is the funniest shit I've probably seen in 2025. If you could find it, it's like 10, 15 slides of niggas calling they homeboys like, hey man, I just called to tell you good night. And niggas is like, yo, stop playing with me. I wanted to send out the stats so bad. Well, good. This is what I'm talking about. Imagine one of the niggas was like, oh man, good night to you too. Like, yo, not one nigga did that, at least not on the ones they showed. So you have to deal with different personalities in this generation. When you talk to, it's a couple things. When you talk to players today, they're not as much as able to take what you say as just brush it off. Some of that shit is literal to them. They can't get over it. Can we have a meeting about what you talked to me and say, look, we played, you might have got mushed in your head, threw the ball at you. Like, and I'm not co-signing what this nigga did, but the nigga, Bobby Knight was malicious, throwing chairs at niggas, hitting niggas. Like Bobby Knight, if y'all don't know Bobby Knight, Google Bobby Knight. He was hitting niggas. It was ridiculous. I don't approve what Bobby Knight was doing, rest in peace, but you know, it's a little more stern. I think that you have to find a balance now to talk to players. I think, to me personally, because the way Bill Belichick handled himself over the years, and I'm not saying it was right or wrong, it was just very cold and callous the way he talked to media, the way he exited with certain players, Randy Moss, Wes Welker, of course, Tom Brady, that I believed he didn't get a job because of his personality, because of the way people have to do things the way he says do them, because they equaled out the Super Bowls in the past. Bill Belichick is in the 70s, so some people may be like, oh, he's older, we may not want this. But you know who's a player coach in their 70s? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll just got hired for the Raiders. He knows how to talk to them. You can see on the sideline Pete Carroll high-fiving niggas when they get off the field, player morale. He's a player's coach, and I don't think certain coaches or GMs for this matter, because we're talking about Pat Riley, are in the mood for discussion. His attitude is, I paid you. Now go out there and do what you're supposed to do on your end. And a lot of players is like, yo, man, you're supposed to pay me. They don't have that old school mentality. We always talk about Pat Riley's resume, how he's been in the championship every decade, whether it's GMing, whether it's coaching, whether it's playing for the last 6 decades. So his resume is impeccable. And sometimes when he's talking to players, he may feel like, yo, my nigga, I'm in my 70s and been doing this 6 decades. You do the math on how good I am. And at the end of the day, I don't think that always resonates with players. Well, it's the right thing to do and tell them the truth. Cool, but when it's time to renegotiate contracts, you may not get a lot of people to come there. You got to think about this, right? Miami, the weather's nice, a lot of nice females down there. You can't beat it, but it's hard to get people to come to Miami because they know they have to deal with Pat Riley. This is somebody who took away LeBron James chocolate chip cookies on the plane just to be petty. Like, why wouldn't you give LeBron James the chocolate chip cookies if he wanted the chocolate chip cookies? It don't make no sense. This is somebody, now when it was time to renegotiate with LeBron made him fly to LA and told him, nah, I'm going back to Cleveland. Made him fly across the country to fly right back across the country because of petty shit like this. Think about how much Dwayne Wade done for the Miami Heat, whether it's taking a pay cut to get LeBron James and Chris Bosh down there. And then when it was time for him to renegotiate with the Heat after LeBron James left, Pat Riley didn't want to give him the money, to where it looked crazy, to we're looking at Dwayne Wade play at the Chicago Bulls, then go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dwayne Wade should have never left the Heat one time, whether he's playing good, bad, or anything. His whole career should have started with the Heat, ended with the Heat, because he was Wade County. He gives Shaq his 4th ring. It's no 4th ring for Shaq if Dwayne Wade isn't there. It isn't LeBron's first 2 titles if Dwayne Wade isn't there. And even when Shaq was there, Dwayne Wade got the MVP of the season. And Pat Riley don't want to renegotiate his contract? A little bit stubborn. I think over the years we've seen certain coaches such as Greg Popovich, somebody who's known to be do things my way, this is the way it go. Over the years, you see him become friendlier because of the personalities he had to deal with. He can't just tell Wemby anything like he told Manu Ginobili or Tony Parker, because they was coming into America just trying to find a job. You have to talk to these people different, especially now when you're dealing with NIL, kids that are going to come in with millions of dollars already, possibly. So now you're already talking to somebody crazy. He's like, yo, Pat, I got mine. I'm here to get more, but I ain't pop. So it's about balancing to me, and especially with the new era that we have going on with people's feelings and emotional and healing. You have to know how to talk to the new healing generation.
The new healing generation
you got
is crazy.
Kim crying.
Yeah, man. See? The powers, man.
Yeah, he said he hasn't done that. Okay, so I think this brings up an interesting conversation, because I think people interpret disrespect in different ways. Even though, Pat Riley said keep your mouth shut, I don't think that's bad. But if somebody told me to shut up, I feel like that's disrespectful. So in you guys' eyes, whether it's been like a coach or like an authoritative figure, I wouldn't say corporate, because
What's the difference between shut up and keep your mouth closed?
Shut up is rude.
Oh.
Nobody should ever tell you shut up. Keep your mouth shut. I can receive that.
You can hear it.
Shut up, no.
Shut up.
Girl, bitch, nah.
Oh, I get it.
That's how I interpret it. But everybody's different. So back to the question, have you guys ever been in like a setting, whether it was like a coach or like, because have you guys worked in corporate? Do you? No?
No, but our coaches said all of that. So
yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Well, like, so in you guys' opinion, what would you guys consider disrespect? Because like, I don't really feel like y'all get offended. So like, what tier would that kind of be for you? Or you just don't get offended?
For me, it's only disrespect. You put your hands on me. Other than that, you say whatever you want to say. Because we grew up with people. I mean, our coaches was very abusive.
This is the healing I'm talking about.
According to the definition.
Our coach told us one of the players' moms was smoking crack and he seen her outside, cop it. And y'all letting him everything. Y'all letting him, his mother go out and buy crack.
What?
Everything is blamed on niggas. We had a rude coach, man.
Yeah.
Shut up ain't even nothing. Shut the fuck up before I punch you in your mouth. Or you hear all that. Like, that wasn't even nothing. Not at all. Corporate?
Yeah.
I was the boss at corporate. The time I got corporate, nobody could tell me what to do. I walk right into corporate like this. Boom. Nigga. Give me my offices and shit, set my niggas up. I ain't really corporate. Only corporate is when I got the joint venture deal, a distribution deal, and it was joint venture deal. I don't know if y'all know what that is. I mean, we 50-50 partners. So when I got corporate, Def Jam was my partner. When I got a distribution deal, that means I got 80% when Warner Brothers was my partner. So when I went up to corporate, I never had a boss. Time I turned corporate.
Y'all are
shout out to Def Jam,
relatable.
shout out to Warner Brothers, Tom Moskowitz, my man, Joey IE, Kevin Lyles, Leo Cohen, Julie Greenwald, Kaiser. Those are my partners. I don't know.
So, yeah, that's not relatable. So, like, have you guys never been offended? You guys don't get offended, I feel like. No.
Yeah, what's there to get offended about?
Yeah. I agree with Mase, man. If you ain't touching me, it ain't really like too much. Sometimes I get offended when somebody know they shouldn't be playing with me because I'm mad funny at them, like on Instagram, like, yo, you lining me up just because you want attention, because you know I'm nice with the apps and I'm nice with the captions. I wouldn't advise to play with me like that, pause on Instagram or on social media, because I'll make you cry. I'll make you carry on for a year just because of two things I say. Like, I'm living in niggas' head rent free. So that's the only time I get offended, like, why would he say my name? No, what could happen?
You also block people. There are so many people who are like, can you get Kim to unblock me? Da, 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 da. I'm like, what am I supposed
Because you know the ones I block, I don't block everybody. I block the people who be having like 300 followers. Or they ain't got no posts, but they talk slick and they And it's like, you know, the fake pages with zero people, zero everything. They be talking slick. I block those people because they really want your attention to get at you. If you're not nobody, you don't have a picture up, you ain't got nothing up. You just bought this page to aggravate people. So I block those people 100%. And I block a lot of people with private pages as well because you want to talk about me, but I can't see your life. Let me in there. Let me see what's going on. Open your page up so I can see what your life is about. Yeah, you don't want to open that page up so I can see your mom's looking crazy. You living in that basement. So if you got a block page and you talking crazy to me, I'm not gonna allow it because I can't see. It's not fair. I let my page open. I can't see your page. So yeah, I block. And I never got that neither. If I block somebody or somebody block, people do that to me too. Yo, you could tell so-and-so to unblock me. No, like, yo, we don't know you. You've ruined the opportunity to be in here and we don't know you. And now you want somebody to, no, you can't come back. No, we never knew you from the jump.
I'm not mad at that. And people do be talking real slick, so trust me.
You know why too? But the way I forget what I tell you, I forget who I told this. It's like this. All right, cool. If because somebody be like, nah, I don't want people to block niggas. I want all my haters to see what I'm doing. It's like this to me. Like Instagram is your house. It's your page. It's your home. So somebody comes in your home and be like, yo, I don't like these curtains. These curtains is crazy in your house. And you be like, oh, I can respect it. It ain't really up your alley. You back the next day talking about, yo, this couch. All right, get the fuck out. All right. You don't like nothing here. But you keep popping up over here. You don't like the curtains, you don't like the couch, you don't like the way I did the refrigerator. Listen, man, get the fuck out. That's why niggas get blocked. You're in my house telling me how my shit should be. You don't like it here, so you're not invited back. That's how I look at it.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.